You know it's funny when it rains and pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Now America's got Jews and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us.
Where the is the money going?
Figuratively, in a rare primetime address from the Oval Office Thursday night.
The risk of conflict and chaos could spread in other parts of the world.
The president defending his expected Friday request to Congress, an unprecedented estimated $105 billion in security funding for Israel and Ukraine. $60 billion is said to be slated for the fight against Russia.
History has taught us that when terror
Biden plans to ask Congress for $100 billion in foreign aid. That includes billions for Israel. More than 1,000 people have died after the Hamas terror attacks more than a week ago. Biden's request comes in a rare Oval Office address to the country. The president says this defense assistance supports U.S. national security.
You know, history has taught us that when terrorists don't pay a price for their terror, when dictators don't pay a price for their aggression, they cause more chaos and death and more destruction.
The president's request comes as the House of Representatives
to get lawmakers to approve $60 billion in aid for Ukraine this morning.
An official with knowledge of the matter says the worry is air defense systems and artillery ammunition could get depleted. Another source says lawmakers are signaling this is likely the last Ukraine package before the election. House Speaker Mike Johnson argues the U.S. cannot support Ukraine indefinitely without a clear strategy.
A Republican
and later President Biden at the White House. Here's CBS News' senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky enjoyed a warm welcome at the White House, and President Biden announced plans for the latest installment in aid to Ukraine, another $325 million.
The American people are determined to see to it that you do all we can to ensure the world stands with you.
Biden admits the $33 billion package he is asking Congress to approve that we've been telling you about is a lot of money, but he says that's what it will take to keep up the fight to save Ukraine. And it includes more than $20 billion in new military assistance, $8.5 billion in economic assistance to help the government keep basic services, and $3 billion in humanitarian aid. Let's bring in ABC News national security and...
Tonight, desperation growing in Gaza as the enclave teeters on the brink of famine. New video shows fights breaking out and people beaten as thousands of Gazans tried to get their hands on food that was strapped to parachutes and dropped by the Jordanian army. Some using rafts to gather what landed into the water, others swimming out to grab what they can. On land, people walking miles through the bombed-out buildings and rubble, scouring for food.